Lucky you. I stayed up gaming till like 12, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta work at 5.
I remember those days. I can't do that anymore.
No, can't do that anymore.
Yeah, the reason I stayed up yesterday was because we had the AC, the wall unit was leaking water, and I had to like clean all that up and then go outside and fix it.
Welcome everybody. What's going on? Welcome to The Lookout with me, Dan, and my special co-host. Join me every Saturday, Nerdy Geek. And today's guest, we have one of the great ones. If you haven't subbed him up, go sub him up. His channel's in the description. Otani, or I'll just call him Mike because I can't say the first one, but we're just going to call him Mike. He's coming here to join us today as we talk about all the brand new number ones that came out. So Mike, why don't you tell us a little bit about you and your channel?
So I go by the Otaku Mike. I originally started as anime and manga channel, but then I switched over to comic books. That's what I did. I sprinkled that in throughout, like when I was doing like anime and manga stuff, and I got bored with all that, so I switched predominantly to comic books. I am also one of the co-hosts of a podcast called Otakuology. You can check that out. We have a YouTube channel, and we're on all major podcast platforms. Thanks for having me, guys.
No problem. Glad you could come and join us.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'm one of the greats, but I think I'm kind of a cool guy. Just saying.
You always respond. That's one of the great ones to me. No matter what, every time I write on your channel, you always respond. We always have an in-depth conversation.
I mean, you got to, right? You got to respond to the people who watch, or like I feel like you're not going to have like that interaction with people when you create videos and stuff, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's what I find whenever I go ahead.
Where are you sitting at for subs? I know you're getting closer. Are we at 100 yet?
No, last I checked, I think I was like at 73. But I mean,
all right,
I didn't really start posting content until about 3 weeks ago. So I mean, what else could you expect?
So I'll give you a little tip because I've been doing this for like 7 years. Consistency is key. Be consistent. No matter what you put out. I put out a video every Monday, and it comes out every Monday. So, you know, be consistent. That's what I have to say. And you will eventually get views depending on what content you put out, you know, and how much you put into it. But I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you to get to, what are you at, 100?
No, I'm at 73.
73? Oh, well, we'll get you to 100. Just wait, okay?
I appreciate it.
He's going to get there.
Before
we get started.
It's really good. You know, go ahead. Sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's all right. Before we get started, let's just give a quick shout to everybody in the chat. We have one of my good friends. He's always following me no matter what I do, and that is Barry. Thanks, Barry, for coming. Appreciate you. You're always positive, so always glad to see you around. And then we got, coming from the kingdom itself, we have Terry Floyd in the house. What's going on, Terry? And then we got one of my great friends. You can all call him Robert, but I get to call him Pops. And that is Robert Springs. Love to see him. He's always here.
Robert is always the first one to comment on any of my videos. He's the first one to like it. I appreciate your support, Robert. Thank you so much.
Robert is one of the great ones. He's been with me through everything. And he's actually won a couple. I've sent him a couple stuff on to him as well. And he's has a grandchild now. So she's watching with Pops.
Cool.
Then we got our great friend. I guess we can call him friend, Nerdy. We got Bruce Spears, Kingdom of Nerds, Brucifer, Hollywood Brucifer, whatever you want to call him. We call him friend.
The person who dragged me into YouTube.
Well, did he really drag you into YouTube, or did you just go willingly?
He coached me because I've been watching them for almost a year, and he had been telling me for 3 months, "Hey, come on the show, just upload a video." And I was like, I don't know if I ever want to do this. And then finally one day I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go on and we'll see what happens.
That's the best way to do it.
And 3 weeks later, I feel like I've been on at least 3 or 4 times a week.
That's good. That's good.
If not more.
Sometimes.
But yeah, so as you know, this is a show where we talk about all the brand new number ones. Some we've read, some we haven't, some we couldn't get a hold of, but we do our best to give you our opinions on them as well. So let me just pull up the slides here and let's get right into this. If it wants to work. Everything's slow tonight. Good thing the new computer's on its way.
Oh, so you got it?
I did.
Okay, nice.
I actually got it cheaper on Amazon Prime. So
what'd you get?
Nice.
I got an HP for $397 shipped to my door.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, I got an HP too, so it actually helped out a lot.
And I got 16 gigabytes of RAM, so should do the trick. All right, our first number one from this week comes from Marvel. That is Captain America #1. While Captain America slumbered in the ice, the world changed for better and for worse. Steve Rogers awakens to a reality where battles are fought in the shadows through secrets and subterfuge, and villains aren't so easy to identify. When fledgling dictator named Victor Von Doom conquers Latvia, Steve faces a critical decision: adapt to a new kind of warfare or forge his own path. And what will the choice he makes in the past mean for his future? So writer is Chip Zdarsky. Artist is Valerio Schitze.
Gotta be careful with that one.
Yeah, that one was tongue tied. But let's start with Nerdy. What are your thoughts on this?
So I actually enjoyed this one. I am a Cap fan, so I am going to be biased, but Cap is hit or miss. Most of his series, they're either really good or just meh. I enjoyed this first issue. I like where they're going with this. It's not it is your Captain America. It is Cap, but the choices he's making in this one seem like a little different. And I'm here for it. I'm looking forward to see where it goes. But the first half of the book is him in the new world, seeing how everything's going, and then the second half is kind of a flashback to his past. I like the first half better, but it was still a good book all in all. So I enjoyed it. If you're a Cap fan, I would recommend it.
So, question for you: is this in continuity with what's come before, or did they retcon a bunch of stuff?
It doesn't seem. I mean, they don't go into the entire past. It's. I would say it's not in continuity because it's almost like he's waking up right now.
Okay.
So.
Okay, because that's what I heard. Like he woke up. Was it post 9/11? I think it was.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's closer to modern day right now. So.
Okay. I haven't read it.
He hasn't even joined the Avengers yet, so there's no way it's 616 continuity.
I haven't read it yet, but I am interested in reading this because I've heard nothing but good things about it. The last Captain America run I read was when Bucky was Cap, so it's been a while. It's been a while since I read a Captain America book.
Yeah,
but you recommend it though?
Yes, I recommend it. Like I said, the first issue got me. Well, I'm coming back for issue 2. Looking forward to seeing where it goes. So yeah.
Okay, that's good to hear. That's promising then. I think I'm gonna pick it up.
I heard the art is really good in this, and the storytelling and the writing from Chip is really good in this.
Yes, the art is great. Like I love the way they draw Cap in this and all the other characters, but it's your Captain America. I mean, it's nothing, vastly different like absolute Batman, looks like a Hulk. It's nothing like that. This is your Cap that you're used to. It's just in a new setting.
I don't know if I would say Batman looks like a Hulk. He's just a little bit more thick.
In some of those covers, he's pretty close.
Okay,
now,
yeah, in some of those covers.
Not in the book, no, but in some of those covers, he's pretty big.
That is true.
Just shout out to my buddy Christopher Works in here, and Brian LCS is in here too. Also, thank you guys for joining us tonight. Appreciate it.
Hi, Brian. Good to see you,
Brian. And then I did pick up these two covers.
Nice.
The Ben Harvey and the Pablo Villalobos.
Nice. We'll show them off at the end. We'll put you on the big screen.
Okay.
So Nerdy, I know you read this. Would you recommend this to a newer reader?
I would, because like I said, it doesn't feel like this is the 616 universe. So I don't think you really have to know a lot of history about Cap. You can probably just jump in and you'll be okay because they're going to explain the story to you. So I think a new reader would be fine with this.
Okay. Cool. So we recommend this then.
Yep.
Perfect.
All right. This is Godzilla versus Thor, #1. Godzilla takes on the God of Thunder. The deadly group of assassins known as the Hand have bestowed Godzilla with the power of the beast. Krakum? Thor must defend Midgard from Godzilla, but at what cost? This is written by Jason Aaron, and the artist is Aaron Cooter. Anyone read this one?
I have to say, I dropped out of the Godzilla versus whoever a couple months ago. These books have been, the only one that I really liked was the Spider-Man one. Other than that, like, these books have been shit.
Yeah, you're not wrong. They are complete cover buys.
I feel like they very much bloat my pool list and just make me spend more money on books that I think are gonna be good. Because like that Hulk book sucked. that sucked. And the Fantastic Four one wasn't that good.
The Avengers one wasn't good either.
I didn't even pick that one up.
I mean, like I said, I picked them up for the covers. So, then we had to review it. So I read it.
I mean, the covers look good. I mean, but you didn't pick this one up?
I did pick this one up, but I didn't read it.
Oh, you didn't read it? No. Okay.
No. Isn't the only good Godzilla one the DC one? That's why that one is actually good. DC versus Godzilla.
Those are really good.
Yes.
This is just like, I don't even want to give this to anybody to read if they're like a Godzilla fan, because
no,
these are just bad books.
I mean, if you're 10 to 13, you might like it, because it feels like that Avengers book was written for kids, which is perfectly fine. As I always say, we need young blood in this hobby.
Yeah.
We need kids to come in. So if it's for them, that's perfectly fine. But if you're in your 20s or late teens, you're not going to like these reads. Just if you want the cover, great, but I wouldn't open it up.
I don't know if I'll get this for the cover.
I heard a lot of people tying this to the new Thor, where Thor loses his power too, for the new run that's coming. So I heard this is the way that Thor, quote unquote, dies.
I don't know if that's the case, but I do know that they set these in specific points of Marvel history. So like the Fantastic Four one was set after like Galactus showed up and everything like that. And Spider-Man was in like around when like the symbiote was a thing and stuff with Peter. So I mean, maybe this one does the same thing, and maybe it's set in towards current day. I don't know. But
I think all these Godzilla books are just cover by books.
I guess.
I mean, I've loved the all of the boxing, poster ones that they've done with the characters. I've liked all of those, so I picked all of those up.
Those are really good, and those are pretty creative.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe if you had them like on just like a bunch of posters, that would be cool. But I don't know about just buying it for the cover.
Or the T-shirt. I wouldn't mind a T-shirt with that.
Yeah, T-shirt would be cool too. Yeah,
Definitely. Which it kind of surprised me that this isn't good because Jason Aaron's a really good writer.
yeah. But I mean, I don't know if this one is good or not.
Well, I didn't read this one.
Yeah, I didn't read it.
So this
may
one,
well
I
be
mean,
the
it
best
could
one,
shock
but-
us.
Yeah, this could be the best one. We don't know.
Yeah, but unfortunately, they put it at the end after everyone's been let down with all the others, so no one's going to give it a chance.
Well, isn't there? Aren't they doing Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe next?
Yes, they are
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah. So
But yeah, so I would say pick it up at your own discretion.
Yeah, pick it up on your own risk.
If it's something that you want. Like you say, it could be just a cover buy for some people if they like Thor.
More than
Yeah,
likely,
that's,
people who are buying this are buying it for the Godzilla covers.
yeah, or because of Godzilla, you know.
Yep.
Yeah. Our next one here.
All right. Oh, I get the long one. All right. The X-Men Hellfire Vigil. To mark the moment, I can't read this. It's so small. Moment to proclaim loudly and strongly to all the concerned that mutant kind still stands. The time has come for the X-Men of all stripes to come together and in solidarity and collaboration.
I get it if it's too small for you.
Yeah, I know it's too small. I can't read it.
No worries. And celebration, written and drawn by the creators of the entire X line and featuring the meetings and moments that fans have been asking for since From the Ashes began. A keystone moment marking the movement of one era into the next and setting up story threads that will play out across the X line across the next year. Written, it just says different writers and different artists.
I love different writers and artists. They're amazing.
There was
some of
a
my
ton.
favorites.
They're my
There was
favorite.
a ton.
Yeah, I did that the other day.
I didn't get this. I didn't get this at all.
I think I picked up the Rose Best cover, but I didn't read it.
So I actually read something that it's part of the Kokona era. This left
Kokona?
off from from there. So and then this is going to push on through all the new X titles. So it's going to be like the new timeline for that.
The only thing I know about this is Storm's expecting a child. That's an announcement. That's spoilers. Sorry, that's the only thing I know about it. But they don't know who the daddy is. But it's okay.
But yeah, so I don't really know much about this one. X-Men to me hasn't been really great so far.
No, there's been some good issues, but like all in all, it hasn't been really captivating.
Which is kind of sad because X-Men is your main title and it's not doing really well for Marvel.
That's sad to say because I'm a big X-Men fan. And I haven't read any of that stuff in the last 5-6 years.
So yeah, I don't know.
I can see it. I can see it now. I made the screen bigger, so we'll go for the next one. I didn't know I could do that.
No worries. No worries.
There's some really great covers for this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I picked the white Emma Frost one for the display, which looks really great.
Yeah.
But yeah, this just, I don't know, it just does not entice me. I don't know if I would recommend it.
Hopefully it leads the X-Men books in a good direction because I've heard really hit or miss things with the X-Men titles so far after the relaunch.
Yeah, I've read X-Men Uncanny, and then I've read Psylocke and Magic and Storm. And I mean, Psylocke has been a decent read.
Mm-hmm.
X-Men, every issue here and there is decent. Uncanny, I love all the characters in it, so I'm reading it, but none of them have been really amazing.
Yeah. The only one I've read is the Wolverine one. And that one was hit or miss at the beginning, but I feel like it's turned itself around in the past couple of issues. And I've read the Laura Kinney one. That one's been decent as well. But those are like X-Men books that I'm reading at the moment.
I think the one that's carrying X-Men right now is Storm.
I heard that one was really good.
Everyone's craving that book.
Yeah. That one seems to be the most consistent one of all of them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm reading Psylocke, and I love Psylocke, but I love Psylocke as a character, so that's why I really enjoy it.
Is that one ongoing, or is that like a mini series?
I think it's done at issue 10.
Okay.
But yeah, so
that's cool.
I don't know. Yes, recommend it. No, recommend it. Maybe this is for more.
I say it's a maybe. It's a maybe. Okay.
I mean, he's giving us a new storyline. Maybe it'll interconnect everything, like they're saying, and it'll make everything cohesive, so we can get a good, X-Men series going on all of them. So hopefully that works out.
Yeah. Robert says the 70s and 80s X-Men comics are the best.
Pops doesn't like the 90s X-Men. I mean, what's wrong with the 90s X-Men? I mean, the 80s are good too, and the 70s are good as well, but the 90s are decent.
Who knows? Pops will answer us. We'll find out.
Okay.
So here's our next one. Mike, you want this one?
Oh, it's me? Okay. The Uncanny X-Men Prelude. Prelude. Is that 2 future?
Yeah, 2. That was a typing error.
The rarest Chris Claremont X-Men tale of all, finally available to the masses, along the all-time classics that inspired it. Revisit the nightmarish world of tomorrow that the Days of Future Past in a revolutionary prelude that was previously unavailable in a limited edition hardcover, written by the legendary scribe and illustrated by his extreme X-Men collaborators. Salvador LaRocca discover at last how the surviving X-Men saved one of their own, Rachel Summers, from her torment as a hound, and find out which surprising faces and vital parts to play in the mutant resistance. Written by Chris Claremont, art by Salvador LaRocca. I didn't know this thing existed. I mean, is it rare?
I guess so.
Is this just a reprint of an old thing? Do we get anything new with it?
No, this is a reprint of the old story.
Oh, so this is like something that happened before Days of Future Past that I guess none of us got to read because it was in a special hardcover?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
I mean, I guess that's cool if you're really into Days of Future Past. I mean, Days of Future Past is a cool story, but I feel like they kind of milked it. They're milking it, I feel like, a little bit. I mean, with 2 issues. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
guess I would pick this up for my Days of Future Past collection.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Slide in there,
You want to be a completionist, you want to know that little bit of information so you can tell your buddy, well, actually, if you read this, then you'll know this. You'll pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really see this as a number 1, maybe. Just more so a prelude book.
It's a prelude to Days of Future Past. I mean, I didn't think we needed a prelude. I felt like that story was pretty good on its own, being just thrown into it when you originally read it. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, at least it's not new Chris Claremont. It's old Chris Claremont. I mean, new Chris Claremont is kind of not readable. Did y'all read that Kitty Pryde Wolverine book? It was not that great. I didn't. It was not that great.
Well, those 2 just seemed like an odd 2 to put together, and I'm like, I don't know. I might pass on that one. I'll wait to see what the consensus is.
I mean, Salvador LaRocca is a pretty decent artist. I would have to look at the art and the inside and maybe give it a chance if I like the art.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe if you're a hardcore X-Men fan, yeah, pick it up. For a newer reader, I don't know.
No, if you're a newer reader, I don't think this is something
No.
for you.
No, not at
Yeah.
all. If you're no, you need to read like at least the original, like from Giant Size onward,
Yeah.
probably to understand what's going on.
Yeah, if you're a new reader and you're thrown into this, it's like, wait, what?
And Robert said you're right.
I'm right.
That the 90s were
The
good.
90s.
Yeah, some of it was good. Not all, but some was good.
All right, here we go. This is one of my favorite. I love the Green Goblin. So this is Bring On the Bad Guys, Green Goblin, #1. An all-new piece of Norman Osborn's villainous history revealed. The Green Goblin is one of the most terrifying villains in the Marvel Universe. Thanks to a deal with Mephisto, but what does the Soul Forge have to do with it? Part 1 of 7 villainous one-shots. Ethan S. Parker is the writer. Matteo Della Fonte is the artist. This one I picked up, and I absolutely love this. This is how Green Goblin should be written for all of Spider-Man.
So, question. Does this continue on with the other like 6 one-shots? Because it says it's 1 of 7.
No, it's its own one-shot.
Okay.
So it's just about that villain.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I enjoyed the read. I thought it was pretty interesting, showing what the deal he makes with Mephisto. It's like, wow, you are awful.
Yeah.
You are awful. And he made that deal without any hesitation, just like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Do you think that'll set up stories going forward for the Green Goblin?
I hope so.
It could. I don't know if this is going to turn into like a retcon or anything like that, but
okay,
it was an interesting story.
At least it's not like, oh, I had Gwen Stacy's children. That was terrible.
But this is how, in my opinion, Green Goblin should be written. This is the best Green Goblin I think I've read.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yep. Yeah, it was really good. I really liked it. I burned through it pretty quick. And like I said before, I'm dyslexic, so if a book's not interesting to me, I'm gonna have a hard time. But I finished this in one read through. So
I'm right there with you. Like, I have dyslexia as well, so I totally get it. Like, if it doesn't get you, it doesn't get you.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like, even how they writ Norman Osborn too was really good.
So give me a little bit of like a synopsis of like the plot. Like, what happens?
So it's like the backstory of how Norman Osborn became Green Goblin type deal.
Okay.
But he got rich and famous by Mephisto.
Yep.
And Mephisto had said he wants your firstborn child. And you got to do one favor for me when the time comes. And this shows us the favor he had to do. I'm not going to spoil it, but it shows us the favor he had to do.
So are y'all going to be picking up the other 6 issues, the other one-shots as well?
Probably not. This is the only one I wanted.
If it's a character that I'm interested in, I'll pick it up, but I'm not just going to pick them up to complete a run. But, same as Dan, I like Green Goblin, and I was interested in the story it was going to come out with, and I enjoyed it. Okay. But if it's not one of the bad guys I care about, I'm just going to skip it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
But yeah, if you're a Green Goblin fan, I definitely recommend this.
Mm-hmm. All right. Here we have Wolverines and Deadpool's #1. Claws and Mutants, Mercs and Mouths, Deadpools and Wolverines. What's better than the best there is? Partnered up with the Merc with the Mouth. How about adding daughter Ellie Camacho and Laura Kinney to the mission as they go up against a classic X-villain, Wolverines and Deadpools, baby. Written by Cody Ziegler, and artist, is that Rouge?
Yeah.
Antonio?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone read it?
I actually read it before we got on the stream.
Perfect. So
What did
you're
you
fresh.
think, Mike?
Okay. Yeah, I read it and I recorded a video for later. But that'll come out in like October. So okay, so I thought this was very mid. Like there were things I liked about it. I haven't read the Deadpool comics, so I don't know anything about Ellie and who she is. And that was a big factor in this book. I feel like they focused a lot on her in this book. I felt like I like the stuff with Wolverine and Deadpool. The stuff where they were like talking about being a dad and stuff, and that was really interesting. And, like their interactions, Ellie and Laura's interaction was kind of interesting as well. It was more like, you know, a bigger sister dealing with the little sister type of situation. And when they pulled out Agent X out of wherever he is in the Marvel universe, nobody cares about him.
And yet all of a sudden he can handle those two.
Yeah, and he can handle those two. But here's the thing. Like they're like, oh my God, this like in the synopsis, like a classic X villain, which it is, I guess, a classic X villain. But I knew right when they said Shadows who it was. So like that reveal wasn't a big reveal to me. I was like, like it was just a mixed bag for me. And I personally am not going to be moving forward with this series, which is surprising because I read Wolverine and I read Wolverine and Deadpool. I know Dan's not picking it up because Dan hates Wolverine.
I do.
He says that in my comments every time I put a Wolverine video up. He's like, I don't like Wolverine, but you did a good video.
Dan, are Canadians allowed to not like Wolverine?
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
I think that's sacrilege. And do you like Deadpool?
Deadpool I can tolerate.
Because he's Canadian too.
Yep.
Yeah, Deadpool I can tolerate. Wolverine, I just cannot get behind. I find him the most gallus and boring character. And it's because he has so many books. Like every time I look, there's a Wolverine book coming out. A Wolverine book coming out.
A Wolverine and Deadpool coming out.
But Nerdy, what did you think about this book? I'd love to hear your thoughts about it.
So I enjoyed it. It was nothing spectacular, amazing. I enjoyed it, but I did read the Deadpool series I just finished, where they did introduce Ellie, and I actually do like her character. You get to meet her in that series. Yeah. She's in there a lot. You know, you get to see her dynamic working with her dad. You know how she is with Taskmaster, and her family other than Deadpool, and you know I really like her as a character. And in this one, I did enjoy her. I do agree with you though. They're Deadpool and Wolverine talking about being fathers and how terrified they are from two characters who fear nothing because they don't fear death. They were talking about how terrified they are of being fathers. That was really interesting from them too. And then it almost feels like Ellie and Laura are now have that little adversarial thing that Wolverine and Deadpool have always had, while Deadpool Wolverine seem to be getting a little closer, maybe. Yeah,
I guess from their other title that they're in at the moment as well, which I don't understand how they could be in that one and in this one at the same time. Just, but I mean, Ellie. Sorry, go ahead. Oh, I mean,
go ahead.
Ellie's not a bad character. Like, this is my first introduction to her. I liked her as a character. It just, I didn't get like what they were setting up and like what her status quo was really at the beginning. I had no idea that was Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Like sitting down with them until like they said his name.
Yeah. So in the series that they just ended, he was in that entire series run, and he's the one who actually trains Ellie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she learns a lot from him, and then she learns from her dad, of course, and she has her own spin on things. So I actually have enjoyed her as a character. She's not just a Deadpool clone; she's her own unique person.
I mean, she's smarter than Deadpool.
Yes, she is a lot smarter. She is not insane like he is.
Hopefully,
but I liked it. But
Hopefully
again,
she-
you're not wrong. Nothing great.
Yeah, hopefully she's able to flourish like, how Laura did. And, maybe she'll get some footing and get her own title,
Yep.
by herself. That would be cool to see.
Mhm.
Yeah. Dan?
So out of both of you guys recommend this or?
I
If
would have
you go ahead.
I would
Mike.
I would have to give it another issue, but at the moment I'm not picking the next issue up.
So I'll be picking it up. However, if you didn't read the last Deadpool series, just like Mike said, you might be lost on who is Ellie, where did she come from, what's her power setting, So it may not be for a new reader. No, I don't think you would be great just picking this up out of nowhere. But I enjoyed it. If you're a Wolverine and you're a Deadpool fan, I think you'll have fun with it.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst thing I read this week.
All right, next.
Is this me?
This is our only DC title.
Gotham City Sirens #1. There's a hot new outer space themed nightclub in Gotham City, and who better to rob it than Catwoman, Ivy, and Harley? But there's more to this intergalactic disco. I don't know what that is. Discotheque then meets the eye as the sirens discover when they stumble headfirst into a plot to destroy the entire planet, led by the club owner, the alien Despero. Written by Leah Williams and
Leah Williams. Yeah.
Leah Williams and Henning. Is that it? Henning?
Yeah. Yep.
I didn't know this came out. If this came out, I would have picked it up because the Sirens are a pretty good book.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed it.
I read the original run, like the 25 issue run back in the day, and that one was really good. If I have known this would come, if this came out, I would have picked it up and put it on a pull list because it sounds fun.
That original run of Gotham City Sirens, if you haven't read it, that is such a good series. If you can, try and pick it up.
I tried to pick it up in singles because I really loved all the covers for those. It is stupid expensive on the secondhand market.
I actually got lucky. I got all 25 books, and I think I paid $120.
Yeah.
So not awful, and they were all in great condition. Yeah, they're all in great condition. So I mean, I had a 20% off coupon, so I actually got a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, I actually read this. I actually really enjoyed this.
Yeah.
I read it too.
It was a fun series.
You said this was your first time reading a Sirens book, Dan?
Yeah, this is my first time reading any Sirens book. So
okay.
This was really fun to me. Just even right from the get-go. Like I was hooked. I was like, oh, this is really fun. Like the way that they portrayed everyone, like Harley, the jokester, Ivy, like the more serious one, and then Catwoman, like I'm going to rob everything I see.
And then I liked how this isn't out of continuity. They're actually like every one of the characters, it's pulling from their current series, like what they're doing in that book is what they're doing in here before they get together. So I actually really like that. I like whenever they keep these little series in continuity.
That's good to hear.
Like we get to see Janet from HR from the Ivy series.
Yep.
So that's pretty fun. And then the art in this was really great. I really liked the story. And then the end was a shocker.
Yes.
Like a big shock?
I didn't see it coming.
No, because whenever you hear what they're going for and then what they actually find is something you were like, oh, okay. Now I want to read issue 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Like this is going to get added onto my list. I think this is only a summer series, but it's weekly.
Oh,
yes,
really?
It is weekly.
Oh, it's weekly. Okay, wow.
It's weekly, yeah. I don't know why they like to do that with the Gotham City Sirens, because they did that with the last one that came out last year.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
And it has some great covers.
Yep.
I mean, that cover's fire right there.
So, I So like I said, I've never read this. I would recommend this because I really enjoyed it. I'll show a little bit of it later on of the comics we picked up and everything.
Cool.
But the art
Yeah.
was really good. The story was hilarious at some points, are really hilarious. Like
And there was
Catwoman breaking
parts
in.
that- yes. And there was no parts that dragged. It was like a nice,
Okay.
just a quick story through. Nothing dragged. Nothing was like exposition. The exposition was entertaining.
Yeah, like
Nice,
it
nice.
just flowed. It flowed really well.
It did.
Nice. That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
Nerdy, I know you read the first Sirens. Would you recommend this one to a new reader?
Yeah, because it doesn't really, you don't have to know anything about the original series to get this. I mean, by now, most people already know that when you hear Gotham City Sirens, it's going to be these three characters.
Yeah.
And you just know that they're together a lot. So they're together another adventure. I mean, I think it would be fine because there was nothing from that original series that you really have to know.
The original series, that was like before the new 52, if I remember correctly, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It
was a while ago.
It was a while ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of great Terry Dawson covers in that series too.
Yeah, most definitely.
Nice. All right, next one.
Is this one me?
This one, you.
Okay, this is Sisterhood #1. Lifelong friends Sophie and Violet were practically sisters. Now at college, they've been slowly drifting apart, but when Violet accidentally drowns at a sorority hazing, a devastated Sophie pleads with the psychic sisterhood to contact her dead friend. Sometimes you get what you wish for, but on Hyde Street, there's always a cost, and it's a killer. And this is written by Maydal. Oof, I cannot pronounce that name.
Shoot.
Okay.
Shoot.
And Lee's.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't pick this one up.
Yeah, this is a spinoff of Hyde Street.
Okay.
So
I didn't pick this up either.
I didn't pick it up, but I've read some stuff and I've heard everyone really likes this series. I heard it was really good, so it intrigues me. I might pick this one up.
Do you need
So
to
I
read
haven't
Hyde
read
Street?
Hyde Street.
Do you need to read Hyde Street first before you read this?
I don't think this is just a spin-off of it.
Okay.
They actually have a few spin-offs of Hyde Street now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then despite the fact that Hyde Street is a series, it's not quite an anthology because they do refer back, but it is almost like a unique story.
Okay. Gotcha.
And this, the sisterhood, this lady in white, appeared in either the first issue or second issue of Hyde Street. So this is her backstory, I would assume.
Interesting. The cover looks nice.
Yeah, that's a cool cover.
Yeah. But yeah, maybe, yeah, I would say if you want to know the history of these characters, because that seems to be what these spin-offs are going. It's going to be telling the history of those characters that were in it.
Yeah, they
Okay.
go more in depth.
Yeah. But yeah, I would recommend reading High Street maybe first before picking this up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not reading any Ghost Machine, so I have no interest in it.
Ghost Machine has been pretty good.
I just have too many books I'm reading at the moment.
I got you.
know, you got to keep it. You got to keep that pool as tight.
Mike, you actually read this one, so I'll let you talk about this one.
Okay, so Gehenna, Naked Aggression #1. There's a contract out on Gehenna, but she managed to stay alive long enough that the contract has now been resold several times as consolidated debt between criminal organizations. Now she intends to put a stop to the chain of custody on that contract with a bullet. Written by, I can't say these names, so there you go. So this name's Patrick. Patrick, there you go. Patrick Kendall. I don't know. But yeah, so I did read this first issue. I picked it up because I don't know if y'all know the Comic Patrol, his YouTube channel. But he did a little short on it, and I picked it up, and as I said, it was good. So like I picked it up. My comic shop had 2 issues, so I got one of them. And yeah, okay. So nobody is naked in this book, but if you get like any of the variant covers, like it's full on, like it's pretty risque. It is pretty risque. The artwork was really good. So in this, Gehenna is going to like kill the guy who has the contract on her head, like the mafia boss or whatever it is. And he's not there. And she ends up kidnapping his son to use as leverage to get to him. And so like she's kind of like running from these guys with this kid in tow to like, use as leverage or whatever. And you find out later on that her husband did something to somebody who was connected to the crime family. And that's how they got a hit put on their family in this issue. People say this is a lot like John Wick, but I really felt it was a lot like Punisher. Like it had a very big Punisher vibe to me. And it was a really good first read. Like it's a fast-paced, not bogged down by a lot of exposition, it's a very smooth like story, and it's violent at times too. Like it's a pretty violent book, but I recommend it.
Mike, did you read the Pop Kill series?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay.
I heard that was good. Good.
I enjoyed it. To me, It was like an 80s action movie.
Yeah, so that's what this is basically as well. It seems like is like an 80s or like a 70s like action movie. It's a very gritty, as of right now, it's a very gritty, realistic take on whatever this is. Like they're not really for sure. Like I'm not for sure if she has like any special training or anything. They made it really seem like she was just a normal person thrust into this situation that she got herself into.
All right, yeah. I'll check it out then. Sounds good.
It was good. The artwork was really good. No nakedness, so it's a little misleading if you're looking for like a TNA book. I don't know if you would consider this, or they call it like the bad girl books. I don't know if this would be considered under that, but it was a strong first issue. I think it's only going to be like 5-issue run. I think it is. But it's good. I recommend it.
Okay,
nice.
It sounds good. I'll pick it up on your recommendation.
Yeah,
you're not the first person I heard say that they thought of John Wick 2 on this as well.
Yeah, I mean, I got more of like a Punisher vibe from it. That's what it seemed like to me. It was Punisher because she didn't seem as like well put together as like a John Wick. Like she very much seemed like she was like on the seat of her pants, like doing everything like I don't want to like say like instinctual, but like on this like just trying to get through with what she got.
Okay,
but it's
right.
It's
would
good. It's good.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah, I would. In my video coming out Monday, I recommend it. So there you go.
Awesome.
Spoilers.
And our last one, Dune: Edge of Cry's Knife #1, a new prequel adaptation from the world of Dune. Discover the origins of Shoutout, Mapes in the sands of Arrakis. The Freeman plan to strike at the heart of Governor Dmitry Harkonnen spice operation, but not all paths to sabotage run the same as young Shoutout Mapes discovers going undercover. This is written by Kevin J. Anderson, art is by Simon Regazzoni.
I didn't pick this one up,
No.
but I read the other Dune series, and it feels like if you're not steeped in that universe, you're just gonna be lost. I'm pretty sure this is probably gonna be the same thing. So, if you're into Dune and you read the books, and you're interested, by all means. But if you've never seen anything of Dune, I doubt this is probably gonna be for you.
I have never seen anything of Dune, and this is not for me. Just saying.
Yeah,
I will
no,
say the two new Dune movies are really good.
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, I
Okay,
think you
let me
gotta be
put
a
it this way,
fan
though.
of Dune.
The first one starts out a little slow, but once it goes, and when it's over, you're like, it's already over, and it was more than 2.5 hours.
So, like, I guess this saying you're a fan of Dune. Why didn't you pick this up?
It's a lot of lore. That's what these are. It's a lot of lore.
Okay.
And I don't need to go that far back into it.
Well, thank you, Pops.
Yeah, I think you gotta be a Dune fan to really read these Dune books and to understand what's going on with them.
Do y'all
I'm a Trekkie, but I don't read every Star Trek comic.
Would y'all say this is possibly just a cash grab?
Maybe. There was some nice covers.
I don't even know if they sell that many, though. For it to be enough for it to be a cash grab. I think this is really for the hardcore, Dune fans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do y'all know if this is like new story or is this just like a adaptation?
So the last one they went into it was specific factions that you were reading about.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
But this is a prequel. So this is a prequel. So
okay.
Yeah.
Guess it is a new story.
So perfect place to start. Then you can start with this book and then read the original novels. I guess.
Yeah, go watch the prequels before you watch the original Star Wars.
Yeah. No.
But those are books for tonight. I'd probably not recommend that one unless you're a hardcore Dune fan.
Yeah, more than likely. If you're just not a hardcore Dune fan, you're probably not picking this up.
Yeah. And now that was the last slide of it for the new number ones. There was a bunch of other ones, but they're all digital copies, and I don't know if anyone really reads digital, so I didn't really want to put them on there. But but yeah, now we go to the part where you guys want anything that you picked up that you want to show off, or I know Nerdy, you had something.
Picked up Gehenna issue number 1 right there, and then we have Deadpool and Wolverines right there. Got the variant cover. Don't read that. I did get this cool JSA cover. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I was just going to ask you because I don't know if that was the last one you had or not, but go ahead.
Oh, no. I did get this cool JSA Dr. Fate cover right here.
That's nice. And there's not enough Dr. Fate covers.
No, and they're doing a series of covers. So the next one's going to be Hawkman in that style. Mm-hmm. And then I picked up Batgirl right here, and then Absolute Green Lantern. This is Dan's favorite book right here. And then I got Medieval Spawn. This is issue number 3.
Are you liking the series?
Issue 1 was strong. Issue 2 was eh. I hope issue 3 is good. So I think it's only 4 issues. So we'll see where it goes. The covers are cool. I like the covers. But issue 1 was pretty good. That's all I got.
One of my buddies loves Spawn. He really likes the new Spawn books.
That's good.
I'm looking forward to 77.
Mark Spears.
Yeah. Spawn 77.
I don't read Spawn, so I don't know.
All right. So I'm just going to show off the books that we talked about today.
Okay.
So the X-Men Hellfire Visual, I got the Rose Best cover. Yeah,
that was the cover I was going for.
There was a 1 in 100, but I just went ahead and got this one. And then, like I said, they were cover buys. Godzilla versus Thor. And of course, the boxing one. Really like that one.
That was nice.
And this was a 1 in 25. I pre-ordered it, so I got it for like maybe $12. So it wasn't bad. But I like that Godzilla looming over Thor.
He looks weird.
Godzilla?
Yeah, he looks weird. He kind of looks like a Croc. Yeah, he kind of looks like a Killer Croc a little bit.
I can see it. Yeah, I can see that. And then, like I said before, the Captain America #1, this the Ben Harvey cover. And the Pablo Villalobos. And there was a 1 in 200 of this one, but I was fine with just picking this up. When the trade dress is behind the character and not really interrupting the art, no problem with that.
Nice.
And Lee Bermejo in the Green Goblin #1. Nice
that
cover.
Was a nice one.
That's a good one, yeah.
And the EOM Gotham City Sirens #1.
That's a killer cover right there.
Yeah. EOM's been doing really good work lately.
Yeah.
And then, we didn't talk about this one.
Oh, yes.
This
Illuminati. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that while you have it up?
Yeah, so this one was actually a Kickstarter, and now they're just putting it out into your comic shops. It's basically, there's twin sisters. One goes off to Hollywood to try and become a big star. And, things happen. So the other sister has to go over there to try and figure out what's going on. And it turns out that there's kind of a conspiracy going on where you can become a big star if you want, but you're going to have to pay a price. And that's all I'm going to give you right there. I don't want to give too much away, but that's what it was. It was an interesting first read. I'll pick up the next one. It's nothing fantastic, but I actually did enjoy it.
That's
nice.
Cool.
Yeah, and the art inside was pretty good, but that's the I don't know if y'all picked up any albums back in the day, but this was an homage to DMX's Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood cover.
I was wondering why it looks so familiar.
Yeah. And then that's all I got. Well, that's all the books that we talked about today.
That's cool.
Nice. I picked up some here as well. Whenever StreamYard wants to work. Everything.
It's an old one.
I like that cover.
Yeah, I love that one. And this series is great. If you want to read a Godzilla series,
that's a good Godzilla book right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can still buy more time if you need.
Yeah, because it's not working here. So
cool
this is a straight cover by Lee Bermejo. Nice black cat and Spidey right there. And then this is the second print.
Nice.
#1. Yeah, this was just like a fun 80s, action movie, Mike. So,
cool.
if
I'll
that's
try
your
to track
thing,
that down. Is that Mad Cave who publishes it?
Yes, Mad Cave.
Okay, Mad Cave. I don't think I've read anything by them.
They've actually had some really good books lately.
Really?
Mad Cave. Yeah.
Are they the ones who publish like The Phantom and like Dick Tracy books?
I don't read those. So I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
But this was a fun series. It wasn't just a dumb action. There was actually an interesting story to it. So I really liked it.
That's the one.
And there was a lot of great covers.
That's the one about the soda companies, right? Like they're the warring soda companies.
Yes. Which sounds weird, but then when you read it, it's like, wow.
No, I mean
in their war.
That's not weird at all. What do you mean?
All right, Dan, what you got?
All right, so I got just a regular cover of Gotham City.
Nice.
So, and then there's the artwork inside. I love the artwork.
Oh, that is really good.
Yeah, the artwork was really good.
I like the panel layouts.
I also picked up the iconic variant edition by Todd Knock of the Green Goblin.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
And like I said, the artwork in that one is really good as well. But yeah. And then, of course, I picked up Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
This is my only absolute series I've been collecting, and I absolutely enjoy this. And this is the one I thought I would not like.
That's the one I don't really like.
I have not read that one.
It's a slow read at first. You're gonna need to give it a couple issues.
Yeah, right. This issue was really good, though.
People say it's really good. People say it's a really good issue. I haven't read it yet, but
we found out how Jo gets her powers.
Oh, that's good to hear because she just used her powers. What, like last issue?
Yeah. So, and then the one Spawn title I collect, and that is Sam and Twitch.
Nice.
I absolutely love this series. The artwork in it's really kind of dark, but I love it. But yeah, that's all I got because I didn't get Batgirl because he forgot to ship it, and he forgot to ship a couple of the other ones I ordered. But yeah, so those are the only ones I got this week.
Yeah, my comic shop didn't get all their titles either, so I know how it feels.
Yeah.
Oh no, they got it. They just forgot to ship it.
Oh, they didn't ship it to you. I got you.
Okay, gotcha.
Because he messaged and he said, yeah, I'm staring right at it.
My last week, my comic shop, I think it was last week or the week before, mine got a complete different order from a different comic shop.
Hopefully they got some good books.
They did get some good books.
Okay, good.
And then Luna was like, man, okay, we'll just send you your books because the people who got my comic shop's books sold everything off that they had got. So they got to keep the other stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
That worked out for them.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
And Terry said, yep, Mad Cave has a Dick Tracy.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I think Mad Cave also has a series out called the Serial Killer's Apprentice or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's actually a pretty good story. The art is not the best, but the way it's laid out, because it's kind of like the character, your main character is doing a podcast about the killer. So the way they lay it out kind of works the storytelling wise. So, because when I first saw it, I'm like, man, I don't think I'm gonna like this because this artwork just isn't for me. But I actually enjoyed it, and the story is really good. Where I'm gonna keep reading it because the story's got me into it.
Have you read the I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer?
I think I read the first 3 issues.
That series has been pretty good, surprisingly.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I picked that up for my girlfriend, and she really likes it. I read the first issue, and I was like, "Damn, this is really good."
Yeah. The 3rd issue is a little slower than the first 2, but it was still good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I did pick up Sleep 2.
And you've been enjoying that, right, Dan?
Yeah, this is a variant cover. So
Nice.
I get the variant cover and the regular cover. And that's the regular.
Oh, that one's cool too.
I still need to pick that up and give it a shot.
This has been my favorite read. So whenever he falls asleep, he turns into this monster, but we have never seen the monster yet. So he goes on a killing spree, but so when he wakes up, everything's destroyed. Like the first issue, we saw his house get tore apart, his dog's missing, there's a person killed, but it's black and white, but little hits of red. So you'll see red in the comic book here and there. And in the second issue, we found out what the red means. So like you'll see like little bits of red.
Oh, nice. The artwork looks
And-
good.
Yeah, so in the second one, we found out what the red means. So you're like, oh, okay. But we still haven't found out what this monster is yet. So it's really good. He hasn't killed anyone close to him yet, but he's killed a lot of other people.
Okay.
But when he wakes up, he's not at his house. He's wherever the incident
Did he
was.
kill the dog?
We don't know. So, but yeah,
Hopefully
I'm really
not.
enjoying that.
That's good to hear.
So, Mike,
So
earlier you
that's-
had said that you don't read digital.
No, I don't. I've tried to read digital, but I just can't. There's some kind of disconnect between me and the screen, and it's not the same as holding it in my hands and like flipping through it and stuff. Yeah.
I got you because you had said you're dyslexic, and
Yeah.
with me, I feel like reading digital is a lot easier for me because I'll do the Zoom panel to panel, and it's just a lot easier for me to focus on that than when I have everything on one page.
Yeah.
But there's different types of dyslexia, so it may be two different things.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like I've read some. Like I've read what was it I read? I can't remember. It was some robot book. I don't remember what. Because I had used when Comixology was like actually good before like Amazon took it over.
Yeah.
I was reading but I would have to read on my phone, and I didn't really like the small screen and stuff, and I don't really want to read at my computer, but yeah, it was.
What? I got the 12.4 inch Samsung tablet, so that's what I read it on.
Yeah.
And then if you get one of those, I'm not endorsing, but if you get it, it's literally the exact size of a comic, the page. So I like it, but again, usually I'm just going panel to panel.
Yeah, I mean, the whole the what they call it, guided view or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like that works, but I don't know. It's just something about it, doesn't.
It takes away from the splash page. I know it does that.
Digital is good because it does save on space, but there's nothing like holding a book in your hands,
Yeah.
And I can't resell a digital book.
Oh well, no, like my Illuminati book, I had to read that one.
Yeah.
But my Marvel books, they come with the digital copy.
Yeah.
So I just put that. That's how I read those.
Oh, okay.
So I still pick up the physical copies, but that's how I do that with digital. And then the DC, I have the DC Infinite?
Infinite, yeah. I've tried using that before. It's a nice app, but I didn't stick with it.
I got you. Yeah. It's not for everybody. I get it. I was just curious.
Yeah, no, I know. I get it. Yeah.
Shout out to Dig It, he's subbing in, a good friend of mine. Thanks for subbing in, Dig. Appreciate it.
Watch the replay.
So, as you remember, last week we went over, I think, Bloodletter, the other Spawn universe. I did pick that up and read it, and it was really good. There's a plot twist to it. So, she is trying to kill Spawn.
Oh.
Because Spawn killed her husband when he was in the army.
Do you need
it's got a crazy twist to it.
Do you need to read or know anything about Spawn to enjoy it?
No. It gives you a backstory right in it.
Okay, cool.
And the backstory is only like a page or two. So it doesn't take very long.
So we're getting another retcon.
Really good.
We're getting another retcon to Spawn.
I do recommend it. But yeah, I recommend it.
Into Spawn, but from what I always hear is no matter what you read, you have to know the history. And then the people who are even Spawn fans and collectors say, yeah, the first 30 to 50 issues of Spawn aren't that great. So it's I don't know.
I mean, I read Spawn when I was a kid, which I probably shouldn't have. but I didn't read much of it. I remember I had a lot of the action figures growing up. So I know a little bit here and there about like what Spawn did and stuff and like his backstory. But I mean, I got into the medieval Spawn pretty easily, like not knowing any of I guess that and stuff. I really wanted to check out Gunslinger Spawn. That looked kind of cool.
Yeah, that did seem interesting to me.
Yeah, that one just got like a spin-off of its series, I think, as well.
Yeah, the Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that one sounded more interesting than the regular Al Simmons Spawn. I can't believe it's going on.
I can tell you, I haven't read Spawn. I just picked up Sam and Twitch, and it has nothing to do with the Spawn, really. It's its own spin-off, and I love it.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Same with Bloodletter. You can pick it up just like that and still understand everything.
Nice.
Yeah, because I understand how everybody loves continuity. I love continuity, but then if you have a series that goes on for 200-300 issues, it's kind of hard to bring in new readers to that whenever they're just going to be lost in the history.
I don't know if necessarily they'll be lost. I think it depends on the writer to help bring them into a new story. I feel like, I mean, I guess you can get like the tidbits and like the editor's notes, like, oh, check out this and this. But I don't think you need to know everything about a comic book to get into that world. To be honest, as a comic book reader who's jumped in and out of many different titles.
See, whenever the Krakoa era came, I wasn't into it. So once it started, I was like, I'm just gonna wait for that to end. Yeah,
no, I get it. Like, I think the last time I read an X-Men book was like maybe 2012.
Oof.
I think it was, yeah.
Yep. But yeah. So I just want to say thanks to my great co-host Nerdy Geek here with me every Saturday. Thanks to our great guest Mike for coming on tonight. Appreciate
Thanks for having me, guys. This was a lot of fun. I've watched your last 2 episodes, but man, being on it is a lot of fun. Just saying.
Yeah,
Mike,
this is nice your only second collab.
Oh, nice to meet you too.
This is your second collab we were talking about.
Oh yeah, it is my second collab. I also did a collab with 22 Comics on his Collecting Uncensored podcast that he does. But it's cool to meet more people within the comic book community. Like, everybody just seems so nice to meet and stuff. Once you meet like the right people and stuff. But yeah, most definitely, this has been fun.
Next week we have Cliff on Comics joining us.
Nice.
So that'll be another fun time.
Cool. Cliff's a fun guy to watch. I like watching Cliff.
Yes, you don't know what's coming out of Cliff's mouth.
Oh no, you did. Nope. See, that's the fun part, though. That's the fun part, is not knowing what comes out of his mouth.
But yeah, no. I just want to say thanks to everyone for coming. And until the next time, we'll see you in the next one. Have a great night from Dan, Nerdy Geek, and Mike. And please sub up to Mike. Sub up to Nerdy Geek. We got to get him to 100. So tell your friends. Share it out. Let's get him to 100. But everyone, thanks. Have a great night. And we'll see you next Saturday. Bye.